NBA season, though, Paulie, underway. 1 week in, a lot of overreactions. Some Lakers talk, Clippers. You got any questions for me? How do you want to handle this?
We got a bunch. The whole room has a...
Let's do it.
I'm going to start with the Clippers. Are the Clippers the favorite more so because of Kawhi Leonard or the players that surround Kawhi Leonard?
I'm going to say Kawhi Leonard because ultimately it comes down to how great he can play in key moments. We saw it last year with the shot he made against Philadelphia. We saw it in the finals with the plays he made on both ends of the floor. The two things aren't mutually exclusive necessarily. Kawhi doesn't win without Kyle Lowry performing in the finals, Pascal Siakam performing in the finals. Same thing in LA. I mean, they are a team built to win. Their bench, they could split the sixth man of the year vote between Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. Like, those two guys are great. And they're doing all this right now, making us think they're favorites. Paul George sitting on the sideline. That's a top 10 player.
Is Patrick Beverley their defensive stopper? Is he kind of like Raja Bell, Bruce Bowen type, where he just Draymond Green? I know the apples and oranges with physicality, but where he's the guy who frustrates the star players from the other team. Is that his role?
Absolutely, to the point where some players will say he's cheap or dirty. Russell Westbrook, of course, heads that list. But Patrick Beverley and Marcus Smart in Boston are two guys that I look at as being just bulldogs on that end of the floor. I mean, I came into the season, I wrote about this a little bit in our season preview. I came into the season believing that this was the most wide open the NBA has been in decades. There was no super team. 3-4 star teams have been replaced by duos. But the Clippers are making me rethink that because they're a 2-star team with incredible depth. They've got the coach in Doc Rivers, championship experience. Clippers, to me, have separated themselves as the team to beat in the NBA. Yes, Eden.
So then, staying in LA, then, are you saying you like the Clippers more than the Lakers?
Yeah, the Lakers, to me, have more variance than any team in the league. Like, you could see the Lakers getting to the finals. You can see that path. Anthony Davis, still great. LeBron, not the complete player he once was, but still great. And betting against LeBron in the playoff series hasn't worked out well for anybody in the last 7-8 years. That said, see the guys they're trotting out there? Like, they're banking on Dwight Howard. They're banking on JaVale McGee. Danny Green is certainly reliable, but they need him to step up. We haven't seen Kyle Kuzma yet, how he fits into that mix.
But Dwight Howard had 16, 10, and 4 blocks off the bench, which is exactly what he's there for.
I agree.
I mean, 16 points is a benefit.
Here's the thing with Dwight, though. It was, 2 years ago that he was in Charlotte? So 2 years ago, Dwight Howard plays for the Hornets. He plays 81 games that year. He averaged 16 points and 12 rebounds. And nobody wanted to sign him. The Washington Wizards were the only team that came up with any money to sign Dwight Howard.
Any chance, though, this is the perfect situation for Howard? He's no longer a focal point. He's no longer even the top 3 players on the team. All he has to do is come in, play hard, and get out.
That's never been the problem. No, Dwight has always been someone that should be able to step into a role. Like, if you were Golden State last year and they considered Dwight Howard before signing DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard would make sense. But they didn't sign Dwight Howard because they don't want everything else that goes into it. And every year, Paulie, Dwight Howard says the same things. He says, I'm ready to fill a role. I'm ready to be a team player. All I care about is winning.
Last one on the Lakers. Can they shoot threes, enough volume, enough success to compete in the current NBA?
That's the
question.
question.
Obviously compete, but can they become at all a three-point shooting team?
That's the question. They don't have a bunch of shooters. Green should be reliable. Theoretically, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope should be reliable. Kyle Kuzma, when he comes back and healthy, should be reliable. But we'll see. I think the big question is, does Frank Vogel play Anthony Davis at center the majority of the time? Anthony Davis does not want to be a center. One of the reasons they went out and brought back JaVale McGee and signed Dwight Howard was because Anthony Davis does not want to play 5.
Well, so JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard will split that role, right?
But Anthony Davis needs to be your center 75% of the game. Like, if you want to nominally start Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee and give them token minutes throughout the game, that's fine. But fourth quarter, second half mostly, Anthony Davis has got to be your center because that's your best lineup. Davis at center, LeBron at 4, Kyle Kuzma at 3. That is your best front court rotation.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.